open spots on your team.
Stop it, John. I'm trying to ask a cool question.
If you do a good job with those relationships, you're going to have them stick around. I've had plenty of jobs where it feels like work. And
6 a.m., that'd feel like a job to me.
What are the best and worst football movies?
Ooh, that's a good question.
It's a great question.
There are some bad football shows.
This podcast was brought to you by Choose Topeka. If you're thinking about making a move, Choose Topeka can get you up to $15,000 to relocate.
Whether you're buying or renting, Topeka and Shawnee County are ready to welcome you. Apply now at choosetopeka.com. All right, Zach Watkins, welcome to the podcast. Good to have you. You are the new head coach of Washburn football team.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. We're getting some big recruits on this show.
That's big names.
Big name. Zach Watkins.
That's right.
Well, I'm following Coach Ballard, so that's the biggest name you have to follow, especially the season they had.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, we'll have to really one-up him, so he has to get back out here and claim the top dog spot,
Sure.
Well, Zach, would you mind maybe just giving us a little background? Where are you from? How'd you get into athletics and coaching and all of that?
Sure. Yeah, I grew up in Independence, Missouri.
Let's go.
Grew up right by Arrowhead Stadium.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Went to high school there, Truman High School, and then I came here to play football in 2005. I walked on here, redshirted my first year, played my career here, played on a little bit after college, had a few pro tryouts, and tried to make it. And then at some point, the playing game ends for everybody. And,
Right.
Got into coaching right after that. I was a GA at Northwest Missouri. I was there for 6 months, got really fortunate to get a full-time coaching job. My D coordinator here, Chris Brown, is the head coach of Fort Hays and hired me out there.
Cool.
I was there for 3 seasons, and then Coach Schurig hired me back here and been here ever since. So it'll be year 10 coming up.
Yeah.
Wow.
What position did you play in college?
That's
Played linebacker.
Linebacker.
Let's go,
I could have
dude.
guessed that. Look at the guy.
I know,
He's still
yeah.
brick house.
About 20, 30 pounds ago. So
Yeah.
I'm lighter, though.
What do you bench?
I don't know. Just put it on and just go.
Just put it on. I'll
That's
find a way.
humility right there. Humility. I like it, man. So you said you briefly were trying some pro tryouts.
Yeah, so I was in camp with the Minnesota Vikings. Their rookie mini camp had a few OTAs, a few rookie mini camp and tryouts. And like I said, at some point, playing stops. Mine just stopped pretty quickly. For a undersized D2 guy, you really got to have things line up for you. And just didn't work out for me, but it gave me the knowledge of what it takes to get there. And once you're there, obviously you have as good a shot as anybody. But now in the coaching profession, you can help those guys to have those goals of having a little bit of respect that, hey, this is at least my experience, and this is what worked for me, or what didn't work for me. And I was lucky to be there.
That is so cool. I've always, like, growing up, I'd always think, like, what's the point in playing, minor league ball, or what's the point in, trying to go play overseas professionally? You're going to end up back here. It's something you can put on your resume forever.
Definitely.
Like, it's so cool. Even if it's like, hey, might be a long shot, might be a 1 or 2 year thing. Like, no one can take that away from you.
Right.
You had some pro shots and you get to talk about it here. Yeah. 10 years later, it's always cool.
Yeah, and you had no idea where that's going to go, right? I mean, it's obviously way different back then than it was now, and the draft process and the scouting and social media and all the ways to access information and video and film. But we tell our guys all the time, if you're good enough, they'll find you.
Wow.
And, the NFL especially, they don't want to miss a small school guy. They don't want to miss a diamond in the rough. And so if you're good enough, they'll find you and you'll have a chance to play. And obviously it takes a lot of work before that even is a possibility, but that's definitely possible through Washburn.
Yeah.
Wow. That's wild. Cool. Well, isn't there's a football guy who's playing in the NFL right now?
Corey Ballantyne.
Yep.
Who are some of the other pro Washburn graduates?
Yeah, Corey Ballantyne plays for the Colts right now. Kyle Hinton plays O-line for the Falcons. JJ Letcher is still in the CFL with Montreal.
Yeah, I went to school with JJ.
Yep. A couple Washburn alumni are NFL coaches now. My college roommate, Joe Hastings, is assistant special teams coordinator with the Colts.
That's cool.
Michael Wilhoitz played linebacker at Washburn. Really good friend of mine. Has been an NFL coach for several years now also. And so we tell those guys, we have the jerseys, the NFL jerseys in our weight room and on our recruiting pitches. And that's a phrase we use. If you're good enough, they'll find you.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know Corey. Corey doesn't know me, but he's a fellow Thunderbird.
Okay.
Shawnee Heights grad.
Yeah.
So It's possible.
Shout out.
Shout out to Shawnee Heights.
That's awesome.
T-Birds.
So you've been coaching 10 years or ish.
Yeah, this will be, I guess, 2011 to now, so I guess 15.
Wow.
About,
Okay. Yeah.
I'm getting old.
Your first year head coach here at Washburn.
Yep.
So you started in the spring. What's your first year been like so far?
Yeah, it's been, you always plan for the next, promotion and the next opportunity. And I've wanted to be a head coach for a long time. And when the opportunity shows up, you feel like you're ready, but then when it hits, you realize that, you're not quite ready for everything. But I got the job just after around Thanksgiving. So Christmas and that whole time of hiring a staff and making some changes within the program was hectic. And then early January, the staff and the players got here and we started this spring. And just really proud of what we did this spring from a physical standpoint in the weight room and the physical development of our guys, the community service we've done, the attendance at other sports games, the involvement in Washburn's campus, Topeka community. I think we did a really good job of making sure people know that we care about where we are, care about Washburn, care about Topeka, and we want to make that a really big deal for us.
That's
so
sweet.
what was it like? I mean, you basically participated in every level of the program. You played as a walk-on, no less, and then you coached on the staff, and now you're the head coach. So, like, what's it been like kind of being in each of those roles, and how do you feel like that's prepared you for what you're doing now?
Yeah, it's been kind of when you phrase it like that, it's very interesting because this fall will be 20 years from when I first got here.
Wow.
On campus. I got here in 05 and 25. So, like you said, a player for 5 years, and then you leave to coach a conference rival and then come back as an assistant and a coordinator, and now the head coach. And you're right, you've kind of seen it all. You've seen the changes, the Washburn changes, Topeka changes. But I think you're exactly right. All those previous roles have prepared you for the head coaching role. You know what Washburn is and maybe what Washburn needs. You know what Topeka is, what Topeka needs and wants from a football program, and all that on top of what the players need, because the players are the most important thing. And I'm just really excited to be in this role.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
What does a football team roster look like? How many guys do you have on the roster? How many coaches do you have? Is that kind of up to you, or is there a number that you have to be under or whatever? Yeah,
we'll carry anywhere from 120 to 130. You have to have a lot of
people for 11 guys on a team.
Exactly.
On a side.
And you've got to have a work team and guys that are redshirt. You'll have some guys that are injured, some guys that, starters, backups, third string. So you have to have all those layers built in. And
wow.
We kind of feel 120, 125 is a good number for us.
And that's just players or everybody?
Players.
Okay.
Yeah, players on the team. 15 coaches, including our strength coach. And so 140 on the football roster, if you will.
Right, okay, yeah.
On top of the support staff and the admin, the people that help us do our job. And there's probably 200 people that are involved in the football program making it go every day.
Wow. That's crazy.
That is a lot of
Because how many
people.
roles are actually on the field? Like, so between offense, defense, special teams, how many positions are there? Like 25, 20?
Yeah, so each position coach, or each position has a position coach. And so there's 6 or 7 on both sides of the ball.
Wow.
And with our full-time strength coach who oversees the entire weight room, we count him on our staff, so it's 15 coaches.
And there's like 25 playing positions, roughly?
There'll be, there's 4 or 5 on each side of the ball. So, depending on what kind of offense you run, what kind of defense you run.
Right.
But, 10 total spots on the field.
We definitely don't want to get into the X's and O's of football.
No.
Just leave that over there.
No, you can, we're not
we don't want to expose ourselves.
Exactly.
With our
Like, this would be
limited
like
knowledge.
the shoe episode, like how little we know about shoes.
We interviewed a guy who's got this custom shoe business, and it was really cool. And it's like, we know dangerously little about that subject, so we're not even going to try.
Like selling Jordans and $800 shoes, $1,000 shoes. Yeah, it was wild. So anyway, so what are some of the changes to how the team operates? Maybe strategies or approach or like culture that you are really excited about, as you're really embarking as the head coach?
Sure. Yeah. Some of the things we did quickly were just to involve our team and our players in Washburn's community and Topeka community. We did over 2,000 hours of community service this spring in a 5-month span.
Wow.
We did a football night at every sport on campus. So we had our football players go to every other sports games at least once throughout the spring.
Come on.
We did accountability groups within our team, and you earn points for doing positive things in the community and negative points for doing negative things. And we had a ton, obviously more positive points than negative, but all of that trying to get our guys into Topeka and the surrounding areas, but also get them involved on campus and volunteering and helping out other departments on campus and making sure that people know football is going to be involved in a positive way for all those things.
Wow.
How sweet, because you're probably one of the biggest benefactors of it. How sweet's that indoor facility?
It's the best facility in the nation, but for Washburn, it completely changed what we're able to do.
Wow.
Every sport can utilize it in season, out of season. It's a revenue stream to bring track meets and bring other organizations in. We have a huge turnout at our football summer camps, and the indoor makes that possible. So the vision of people before me had that vision to build it and fight for it. And once it got done, you knew it was going to be a special thing.
Yeah. How long was that? Maybe you don't know the answer to this. How long was that in the works? Like, hey, this is a thought, we're pursuing this. Was it how long?
Yeah, several years until it finally kind of started getting going and built around COVID. It was, years before that. And there's a lot of planning, a lot of fundraising, a lot of things that have to be done. But when Washburn puts their mind to something and the administration and the support gets behind it, things happen quickly. And that's what makes Washburn special is the people that are here, the people that are in Topeka, the people that live in Topeka that also are involved with Washburn because when things happen, because those people those people want things done, it's pretty special.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're nervous about?
In the head coaching role?
Yeah.
There's always things you don't know what you don't know. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm excited for our first training camp. I'm excited for our first game, August 30th, but we may stumble at some point. We may lose a game. We may, do something wrong of how we want to do it in our process. And those are things that are unseen, and you have to adjust and improvise and adapt. But, I think we do a great job of our processes and how we're attacking everything. So I think if you're true to that, you'll be in a good spot.
Wow. Here's a question I was just thinking of as you said you have 125 guys on your roster. Be honest. Are there some guys that you're like, I don't know who that kid is?
No. And to be honest, I think myself, I know every kid's name, hometown, where they're
love
from,
that.
And our staff does too.
Yeah.
And not just college players, but any athlete's going to appreciate you at least knowing a kid's name.
Yeah.
And we are big on relationships in our program. Knowing a kid's name and hometown is the bare minimum.
Yeah.
It's also knowing his family and siblings and girlfriend and where he works and all that kind of stuff that rolls into it.
That's really cool. I'm just sitting here thinking that's some walk on from wherever. It's like, don't know who that kid is. He's the assistant's problem or whatever, but that's really cool.
Yeah, no, it's, I've always prided myself personally on wherever I've been, the coach stops I've been, is that the roster top to bottom. But now in obviously the head coaching role, I visited with every kid twice in the spring and then right after spring ball to make sure that, just talking off the record, how are things going? How's home life? How's classes going? And then you visit on scholarships and visit on playing time and how your spring went and what your summer needs to look like. And so when you sit down with the kid one-on-one and have a tough conversation, you get to know a lot more than just their name.
Right. Yeah. That's a lot of meetings.
Yeah.
Like 125.
Yeah, we took the coaching staff, met with their players right after spring ball and talked kind of X's and O's and position, depth chart, where they are. And then I sat down with every kid after that meeting and just summarized kind of what the goals are leading into the summer and then into fall camp, which starts here pretty soon.
Wow.
That's cool.
What I got to imagine there's a tension where, like, obviously as a coach, there's the primary job you're accountable for is winning games. Like it's what you're paid to be in the role for. But then, to try to do that, you have plays and strategies and recruiting and all that. But then there's a lot of like the soft skills of like making sure kids are like okay in life. And like I've heard like a lot of kids will sabotage themselves, and it's not like a skill issue. It's like a character issue or some just bad decisions, or it's just stuff is going on in their lives. And what's it like as a head coach having to manage a lot of that off-field stuff in addition? You see what I'm saying? Like, is that a challenge? Were you ready for that? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And to be honest, that's probably the number one part of the job, because these kids are 18 to 22 years old, and they all come from different places. They're all at different stages of development. They're all, kids develop in different ways, and things become important to them that maybe weren't important when they got to college, or, they have different interests. And so as a head coach, your staff that you've hired, they have to delegate within their positions and their roles of that exact thing, is building the relationship with the kid that leads you into knowing all of that, knowing what makes a kid tick, knowing how he's motivated, knowing the stressors or successes that he's having right now, knowing how things at home are, knowing what home life is like. And that's a much bigger piece of the job than most people probably think about coaching, but it's probably the most important part of the job.
So what's your favorite part of the job?
To be honest, the relationships, kind of like you mentioned, but with our coaching staff, the coaches that we've hired, and working with those guys every day, having those relationships with the families, the wives, the kids, and then with your players. I mean, players will play hard and believe in the coaches that, treat them right and believe in them.
Right.
And so the guys we hired and the guys we're trying to build up as players, that's the number one focus, is trying to develop your players, and the relationships is the part of that.
Here's a question, really it's definitely not for me. A high school kid's trying to get recruited, Division II. What do you, as a head coach who has seen, the whole spectrum of how it works, and now as the head coach at Washburn, what do you recommend for high schoolers to do? How do they get noticed by Washburn University? Yeah,
high school football is still unique because high school football is the biggest way to play football. All the other sports have club sports, AAU, tournament teams.
Oh, sure.
Football doesn't really have that. There's some 7-on-7, but every college coach is going to go to your high school football coach. So your high school football season and the way you train, the way you perform, your academics at high school matter than anything else. And so if I'm talking to a high school recruit, we're going to go to the high school head coach first, and then maybe a coordinator, maybe their position coach, but we're not going to go to somebody external. We're going to the high school football coach. And so the advice we give to recruits is do what your high school coach needs to be done. So the weight training, the academics, the camps that you go to, all of that has to be built around your high school team. But the best way to get recruited is perform at a high level. It doesn't matter where you're at. Same thing as a small college like us and kids getting a shot in the NFL. If you're a 1A, 2A, 6A high school, doesn't really matter. If you're good enough, it's our job to come find you. And so our number one focus is Topeka and the surrounding areas, and then we'll move into Kansas City and all over Kansas, and we're going to start locally and recruit out. So if you're good enough, we'll find you.
How many of your roster now do you think is from Topeka?
Don't know the number off the top of my head, but a couple dozen for sure.
I
mean,
Wow.
We have to recruit local. We want to recruit local.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's a 20-some%.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And that gets people excited about the program, gets people in the stands, it gets fans here.
Right.
Lets high school coaches know, hey, we want to recruit your kids to keep them local.
Right.
We're not recruiting kids just to keep them here. They're good enough to play here, so we're going to try to make sure they stay here.
Right. Yeah. Wow. That's wild. What do you tell a kid, either college or high school or whatever? It seems like sometimes you hear this with athletes, like, hey, coach is out to get me. Like, man, coach doesn't like me, whatever.
Coach Watkins hates my
That's
guts.
the reason I'm not playing more. That's the reason, I'm not doing well or whatever. What do you tell somebody in that kind of a situation?
Yeah, and that's happened this spring. It's happened every semester.
Yeah.
But the coach's number one job is to, develop and graduate the kids, but it's to, win football games.
Right.
Our job is to play the best kid. And, the kids we like to, that we respect and appreciate the most are the kids that do everything right. They're good academically, they show up on time, they work hard, all those kind of things. But our job is to play the best kid that gives us the chance to win a football game. And I promise you, nobody wants to play a kid because they like him or don't like him. They just, we're going to play the best kid we can to win the game. And so that solves a lot of issues. We're up front with our guys that, hey, we've recruited you. Maybe you're a walk-on. Maybe you're a transfer. Maybe you're a true freshman. Maybe you're a senior. Doesn't matter to us. The best kid's going to play.
Right.
And how do we determine the best kid? We grade every practice. We grade every game. We're graded on 5 areas of accountability within our program. So everybody that touches our student athlete grades our kids. And so that way they know it's not just a football thing. It's a training room, strength coach, academics, community service. All of those things are graded, and the best kid's going to play.
Wow. Yeah. It's great.
Man. What percentage, this will speak to my lack of football knowledge, what percentage of recruits coming in end up redshirting? Is that pretty common?
Yeah, I mean, we'll try to redshirt everybody. The way college football's changed, it's pretty transient, the transfer portal, and kids can go find their next home pretty quickly. It used to be you came in, you redshirted, you developed, and eventually you played. Well, it's not a bad thing, but kids want to play early. Kids want to play now. And it's our job to give them the tools to be able to do that. They just have to realize some kids have been here for 4 years. Some kids are 22 years old. They're young men, and 18-year-olds may have a tough time, in certain areas to compete with those guys. Yeah. So our philosophy is to still recruit high school kids, redshirt them, develop them, and those guys are your core foundation moving forward.
That's got to be incredibly frustrating how fluid the transfer portal is. And, you spend all this time trying to develop guys, and it's, it's a long process. It can be 5-6 years for some of these guys that you're developing, and you just never know at any point they're going somewhere else.
Yep. Yeah, and that's common at every level of college football. Division I, Division II, doesn't matter. But you have to adapt to the way the game is, the way the rules are, the way the NCAA operates. And if you don't adapt, you're not going to have success. And I'm a big fan of the players getting what they deserve, whether it's from a financial standpoint or the playing time they're looking for. Mm-hmm. But I think if we can get kids into our culture, into our program, the way we're trying to do things, kids want to be here. Washburn, kids want to be a Washburn. Kids want to be in Topeka. So if our culture is strong enough to keep kids here, there's not kids always looking to leave. You're always going to lose a few kids that are unhappy or have goals at a different place. But if you do a good job with those relationships and the way you coach your kids and care for them, you're going to have them stick around.
Yeah.
What do you think? It's obviously you played under coaches and then you've coached under coaches as well. What were some of the most impactful things that other coaches have done for you?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Hey, quick heads up. If you have been thinking about relocating, the city of Topeka might just pay you to move. Seriously.
You could get up to $15,000 to live and work in Shawnee County. Check it out at choosetopeka.com. Now, back to the show.
Most of the things for me were off the field, which I think coaching in general is mostly off the field, especially at this level where you don't have 100-person support staff. You're responsible for a lot of different things that are not just football. And I think from the coaches I've worked for, the three different stops that I've been at, is family is the number one priority for our entire program. And I'll go over our pillars of our program, but family, accountability, discipline, toughness, and respect. And our entire program is built on those 5 things, but family is number one. And so the coaches that I've been under, they've really showed me how you can be a great family man while being a college football coach. And being a college football coach is not easy. There's early mornings, late nights, travel. Every Saturday in the fall is taken up. But the way things are electronically, social media, film, all that kind of stuff, you can work extremely hard, but be a very present family man. And that's how I am. Family is the most important thing to me. My wife and 2 kids is the most important thing.
Come on.
And our families, our coaches and their families, I've told them the same thing. And so we are moving to a morning practice model this fall to give us more time in the evening to go to those games and practices and
awesome.
plays and whatever else it might be.
How old are your 2 kids?
5-year-old son, 2-year-old daughter.
Come on, yeah.
Nice.
Man, that's valuable time. You can't
We
miss.
are right in the thick of just chaos all the time.
That's awesome. I have kids around that age as well. It's chaos.
It's fun. It's the best job in the world.
It really is so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun, but it is chaos. Yeah.
And so part of the recruiting tactics for hiring these coaches and our players is really selling family as a number one thing that we do. Is you're going to be with your family as much as possible. We're coming off a few week break. We had camps all through June, told the staff to get away. You've got weeks off and come back refreshed, ready to go for training camp.
Yeah.
But you can't get family time back, and football takes what it takes. It takes a lot of time, and there's no way around that. To win, to be successful, to run a good program, it takes time. But it doesn't mean you have to sacrifice other times that you could be with your family or doing whatever things that you have.
Right.
And so I'm big on that. I'm big on making our staff do that. Our staff wants to do that. They're all great men and husbands and fathers, and they want to do those things. And it's my job to empower them to make them go do those things.
I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Brett Ballard, and you maybe have a greater appreciation of it.
What does he need to do to dunk a basketball?
We did ask him that. Do you
have any open spots on your team?
Stop it, John. I'm trying to ask a cool question. Do you know how cool your job is? You have a sweet job.
I saw the episode with Coach Ballard, and Coach Ballard's a great guy. But it's never lost on me what we do for a living, because it's not coaching football. That is your job. You have to win games to have that job. But our job is to develop these kids, graduate these kids, show them what it's like to be hopefully a good husband, father, a good man. You're judged by winning football games, which is the unfortunate part of the job sometimes. But it's never once been lost on me that I can go to the office and do things like this and talk to our players and walk in a weight room and walk in a gym and walk on a field, and that's just my everyday life. My kids come on the field and use the indoor, and they're around the guys all the time, and that's just not common at most places. And
that's cool. That's very cool.
I've said this many times. It's never once felt like a job. Or felt like work. There's early mornings and late nights, and it's going to be a stress on your family or stress on you, but it doesn't feel like work. And I've had plenty of jobs where it feels like work, and you don't want to go to those every day, but I've never once in my entire coaching career felt like that.
Right. What time are summer weights for the boys?
2 different sessions, 6 to 9 a.m. So
6 a.m. That'd feel like a job to me. That sounds brutal.
Yeah, well, when you're a player doing those runs and lifts, that's a lot different than me just watching.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Well, if you'd work out with Alex, you'd be awake for 2 hours by now.
Work out with Alex? That guy hasn't worked out in weeks. Me either.
Or clip this part and send it to him.
Yeah.
We have a friend who he thinks the only time to work out is like 4:30 in the morning. We're like, bro.
That's when I go first thing in the morning. You just can't.
That's true. You have to work out before they get there, probably.
We cannot let Alex see that clip. We're going to have to cut that clip out now.
Hey, if you knock it out first thing in the morning, doesn't matter what else happens during the day, it's done.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. You got better. Got to work out in. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
What are the best and worst football movies or shows?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's a great question.
There are some bad football
shows. Let's start with the worst. What are some of the worst ones?
I haven't seen, a ton of the TV series or the Netflix shows, but some of the football in there is just not realistic. It's not good football.
Right.
To a football coach, you're analyzing, well, they want to do that, or why are they doing this? And
like when they do play calling in a movie, like that
play
kind of thing?
calling, or the way they throw a ball or catch a ball. Or
dude, that is funny when you can tell like the actor's not an athlete. Exactly. The way they throw the ball, like no one throws a ball like that.
Yeah, but I grew up on the Varsity Blues and Remember the Titans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's some really good football movies. There's some bad football entertainment also, though.
We are Marshall.
Good.
Good
Very
one.
good. About you guys, do you have good good and bad football movies? Is it?
I mean, Remember the Titans is
Classic.
up there.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, that's probably number one. Yeah. It's so good.
We Are Marshall was a big one. And that's the one where the team died in a plane crash. Yeah, that was a good one.
Is that Samuel L. Jackson? Is that the one where
I don't know, John. Don't press me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or is it Matthew McConaughey? I forget.
It's been a while.
Matthew McConaughey's the coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Air Bud.
Air Bud's probably worst. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I watched. Do you like Friday Night Lights?
I've seen it. Never finished all the way through. I read the book growing up.
Is it based on a book?
Yeah. So the book.
You kidding me, John?
Yeah. I read the book growing up. They made obviously into a movie, TV series, but the book was. I mean, I read it probably middle school. And, it was a great read.
Yeah. So did they make the movie first or the show first? I'm trying to remember.
Probably the show, I'd imagine.
I have no idea.
The show is basically, so I never saw it until like 6 months ago. Some friends of ours were like, dude, we rewatched Friday Night Lights. It's so, they watched it like over Christmas break.
Oh, just knocked it out.
Yeah, they just knocked the whole thing out over, like their kids are in college, so they had their kids home for break. And so they like watched it for like over the week of Christmas. And they're like, you guys got to watch this show. And so my wife and I sit down. I think our kids were at their grandparents for like 3 or 4 days. So we watched it for a while. And I was like, this is just like a soap opera. Like, I don't know if I can do this. It's like the OC or like Gossip Girl or like something like that, but with football.
Blindside.
Oh, very good.
Blindside.
Good movie.
Blindside.
I don't think you can top Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
That's as good as it gets.
What's the Adam Sandler one where he's in prison?
Longest Yard.
Is that one realistic?
Well, I mean, that's just good football. I mean, you have good athletes and big guys and Adam Sandler. That's just a good movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, changing gears. 2025 season. What are we looking at? We got a good roster this year?
Yeah, we've recruited really well. We created a new position, director of player personnel, and Coach Sharp is in that role, and we are as best I can say it, we're doing everything the exact right way in recruiting. So
come on,
contacting kids, recruiting kids, showing them Washburn, selling them on Topeka. We've had over 3,000 kids on campus since March.
Wow.
So that's from junior days, that's from camps, that's from recruiting visits, all those kind of things, just showing people Washburn's campus. And so we've recruited really well. We've got very good transfers who have joined us, some at semester, some in May. And we've, developed our high school kids really well. So I'm really excited about this fall.
Yeah, heck yeah. How many scholarships does a roster of 125, how many can you give out?
Yep. So Division II is limited to 36 full scholarships across the entire team.
Yeah.
So you break those up and you can divvy those up however you want and need to. So that was probably one of the biggest challenges of becoming a head coach is you have a budget number and you're puzzling your entire roster within that budget number. And
that's primarily your call. Like you're the one doing that.
So when you get the job, you have most of the scholarships are taken and most of the money is being used. And some kids graduate a semester, you sign some new kids, some transfers, high school kids. And so all those puzzle pieces have to work within that budget number. And that was a big change, but also it's, again, an off the football field thing you have to deal with as a coach.
Yeah, I'd always thought, because I knew you were on a limited amount of scholarships. And so I knew, there's some that are on full rides, some that are on half, some that have, walk-ons. And I'd always in my head thought that, the guys who are on full rides, those are your best football players. They're getting the full ride. When it might, tell me if I'm wrong, might be more of a reality of not necessarily, if we can get some academic money for this guy and give him, half football, like he might be our best player, but thank God he's smart because we can use that money elsewhere. Yeah,
and Washburn is tremendous about all the extra ways to stack scholarships, have great academic scholarships and great Shawnee County, Topeka area incentives to come to Washburn. And
that's cool.
And so all that stuff you can stack up and
you spread your money out a little farther.
And it doesn't really matter how you're paying for school.
Right. Yeah.
It's all, once you're on our team, everybody's treated the exact same. Most coaching staff, most of the players don't know who's on what scholarship and that's probably a good thing. And all you're judged on is by how you act and operate and perform within the football program academically, in the community, and that's what we grade our guys on. And that's all part of the encompassing recruiting process of how can we make the scholarship dollars work, but also the position needs we have, the academic money we can provide, what needs do we have at certain positions, and all of that rolled into one is your recruiting class.
Yeah, I mean, I can speak to that personally. So I went to Washburn, graduated from there in 2020, and halfway through I decided to go into business, the business school, and there were scholarships within that department. Yep. And so I was on a general one, and then a couple years later I was able to get more through the business school. I mean, there's a ton of options for kids who are wanting to go to Washburn. If you can just, they just had a little matrix for ACT this, keep this GPA, and you're good. And it was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
wow.
Washburn being a great academic school, I mean, every program is great. We sell the hell out of the academic side because you have to, because that's a huge staple of Washburn University, but also what we can provide recruits and maybe some other schools can is that quality of education. So when you have that quality of education at Washburn with the monies on top of it, it goes a long way.
Wow. I imagine if you're in that position, I mean, maybe this isn't the case, but I imagine it'd be easy to feel like pulled in a million directions by everyone's opinion on different things. And I'm sure a lot of it's well-meaning coaching staff, man, you got to give this guy a Scott, like we need this guy. And you're like, man, I don't know, my eyes on the whole team. So it's, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe do you have people in just the school administration like, hey, make sure you focus on this and this and this? And is it hard to kind of just keep focused and keep a clear running lane for, no, this is what we need to do. I need to stay locked in and not let other people's opinions or questions draw me. Does that make sense? Like, what's absolutely. That been like?
I think all that goes back to the type of people that are at Washburn. They all want the football program to succeed and win games and graduate your players. And I think we're all very aligned on what we want. And that's my final job is, it's not a suggestion giver anymore. It's a decision maker.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
The coaching staff can suggest and people can suggest, but it's my job to decide.
Yeah.
And I'm a very collaborative head coach. I want opinions from the coaching staff, in certain cases, the players or administration. But at the end of the day, it's, the buck stops here. It's my decision.
Right.
And so try to do what's best for the program at all times. You never want to do what's best for you or a certain coach or a certain player or position. You have to keep the program at the forefront of your mind. What's the best for Washburn football, Washburn University? And so by having that as your vision and your focus, it makes some of those tough decisions pretty easy.
That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
So, I mean, you got a big roster and you got a big, coaching staff. Not all the sports have that kind of personnel. Do you have any coaching friends at Washburn who coach other sports that you're close with, that you've gotten to know, whether it's in the office or whatnot?
Yeah, I think the Washburn athletic staff in general, I mean, it's a tight-knit group of people and do a lot of things outside of the office together. But Coach Ballard and I are great friends, and watching the success that Coach Ballard had this year and really has had his entire tenure making the tournament, pretty much every year that he's been here, he's been a guy that I've asked questions with and bounced ideas off of. But really, I built good relationships with every coach at Washburn, head coach, assistant, volunteer, because we're all doing the same thing. We're all trying to develop kids and graduate kids and win games. And when you can kind of have the same focus as everybody else, it doesn't matter what gender they are, what sport it is, what scholarship money you have. Coach Holliday and I, the softball coach, we share ideas all the time. Kirby, the tennis coach, we share ideas. He's been extremely successful. So Davey, the soccer coach, pretty much can name everybody. But how do you interact with this situation, or how does this benefit you, or how do you stretch this at the Division II level? And all those things have helped us develop our program.
That's sweet.
That's awesome, man. Well, we're excited for this next season, man. It sounds like you're the right guy in the right role. You got the vision, you're focused. It's exciting. So we're excited to see how you do, and that you're already hitting the ground running, man. So.
When's first game?
First game is Saturday, August 30th against Truman State.
That's coming up.
Yeah, it's a 1 p.m. game Saturday. So, yeah, we're excited. Our players report August 4th, so a couple weeks away or a week or so away.
Yeah.
And,
do you know how the schedule fares compared to previous years in terms of like difficulty and?
Yeah, so our schedule wise has been set for this year, but doing the whole schedule. So the training camp schedule, the meetings, the meals, the travel, that's all just been a huge puzzle piece you have to put together.
Wow.
And that's a off the field thing, which impacts your on field success, but that's more of your time and focus than the on field is sometimes.
Yeah.
August 4th, you get to find out who's been putting in the work and who hasn't been.
Yeah, we've had a tremendous summer. We've had over 100 guys here all summer.
Oh, wow.
Training, doing player-led captains practices at the indoor and the game stadium. And we've had our best player attendance and best player development summer we've ever had. So
wow.
Hopefully you add in the recruiting we've done and the development our coaches have put in, the player development hopefully leads to success on the field.
Who are your captains for this year?
We'll get those announced and solidified during training camp.
Nice.
So we're doing a few different things within the program. We're going to have our single-digit numbers earned. The single-digit numbers, you have to earn those. So it's been really since January, spring ball, summer, training camp. We're going to vote. Players will vote for each other. Top 10 vote getters get the single-digit numbers.
Wow, that's cool.
Those single-digit numbers. So when you guys come to a game, you can see 0 through 9, and those guys are not necessarily the best players.
Sure.
Those are the best kids in our program.
Wow.
Maybe the best students, the best in the weight room, the best players, the best community service guys. But our players will vote for each other based on all those different things, and the top vote getters get those numbers.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yep.
That is cool.
Yep.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
Wow. So first game coming up soon, man. That's great. Can we hit you with a few rapid fire questions?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get them.
Yeah.
A few rapid fire questions.
I can't promise I'm prepared for them, but I'm ready.
That's good.
Well, that's the whole point.
That's good.
The whole point.
Right.
Okay, so you're married. How long have you been married?
This will be 11 years.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Where are you taking your wife on a date? Like ideal date night in Topeka?
Ooh, yeah. Man, we love to eat. So been a little bit everywhere. I mean, Blue Moose, maybe North Star, maybe, maybe the White Linen, maybe just to Bobo's and get a burger and shake.
Come on, man.
Love it.
You're hitting every area, man. That's awesome. Dude, I think North Star is underappreciated.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It is good.
It's insane because especially when you walk inside and it looks like, what is this place?
Yeah.
But the steak to vibe ratio is insane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking?
It
It looks like you're walking into someone's like living room from the 70s.
Yep.
But the steak is off the charts. Yep. It's insane.
That is that is a delicacy in Topeka.
It really is.
Yeah, the first two places I went when I was a player were Bobo's and North Star. And,
Yeah.
I mean,
those are two great places.
Yeah, I mean, that was a long time ago now, but those have been, now that I've been back here coaching, those are
my mind just blanked on, we talked about recently, what's the place on East Topeka, like 6th and Golden, like the hole in the wall place? The burger place?
The burger place?
Prize
Prize Package.
Package.
You ever been to Prize Package?
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now it's like,
that'll just do your insides dirty.
If it's a good food place in Topeka, I've probably been there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you a coffee guy?
No, not a coffee guy. Just naturally juiced up.
Naturally caffeinated.
fired up.
I love it,
Yeah.
man. Love
Are you
it.
a golfer?
I am a golfer.
Go to golf course.
Yep. Well, TCC, Topeka Country Club, is
Okay.
just obviously immaculate. Growing up in Kansas City, there's a ton of great courses there.
Yeah.
But Firekeeper, I mean, just being,
That's a good answer.
being 20 minutes north, one of the best public courses in the state. You can't get much better than
Yeah.
that.
Heck yeah.
And so our golf schedule is squeezed in.
Yep.
Going to play, through the end of the month, and then we'll put the clubs away for 7-8 months and try to pick it up.
Okay,
next
so
year.
you golf.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
what's your handicap?
5.
Dang. Yep. The fact that you know what your handicap is speaks that you actually are a golfer. And the fact that it's single digit, you get after it.
Well, when you play with several guys that are better than you and know their handicap, you better try to keep up. But golfing that's probably the main hobby I have outside of obviously coaching and being a family man and being a dad. Don't get to do it a lot just with the demands of the job. But like this month of July, when the staff is away taking your vacations and getting out of the office, you have to recharge before the season hits. And some coaches are, shy away from doing fun things or doing things that are advantageous to their health or their families. But I'm a big supporter of you have to recharge yourself and your family before you dive into the season.
Next call to greatness golf tournament. I'm getting Coach Watkins on my team.
Come on, well, it's kind of messed up that you're so good at two things, like two very difficult things, football and golf. Because like most people aren't good at one of those things. You're good at both.
I'm good at none of them. I can't dunk.
No. Coach Ballard said he has a trampoline you can use.
Oh, thank goodness.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, you're doing a home project. Menards, Home Depot,
or Lowe's.
Lowe's.
It's a great question.
And there is a right answer.
That's a great question. So I'm a Home Depot guy.
Let's freaking go.
My wife is Menards, so she's tried to force us into Menards. My son loves Menards because the snacks are right there and you can't get it. But I've been a Home Depot guy for a long time.
My guy. Let's go.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I knew you had your head on your shoulders.
Home Depot?
Home Depot, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So will your son eat snacks while shopping?
I'm like your son. I like to get the snacks there, dude.
Will he open the snacks while you're in the store?
He'll try to. If you're not looking, he's got them open and you're pushing the car, you look back and you're like, come on.
Because I definitely do that in Dylan's. I'll open up, put the M&Ms right at the top. And
that's funny.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Like a reward.
my 6-year-old, who's like the most rule follower ever, which is not how I am naturally. Yeah. My wife is like that. She's like, these are the rules. You can't do that. I'm like, why? My 6-year-old's like, Dad, Mom said you can't do that. I'm like, well, Mom's not here. So
same thing. I tried to walk in the exit doors of Menard. My wife makes me go to the entrance doors.
Oh, man. My wife won't cross over grass if there's a sidewalk. You can't walk in the grass. There's a sidewalk. Like, it's like 100 feet faster this way. I'm going to walk through the grass. It's so funny.
What's the next one? How many potholes did you hit on the way over here today?
Hit a few. I just came from across the street, though, from where,
and you already hit a few.
It's a 3-minute drive from the office to here. And I was running a few errands before. So, I hit a few. But
nice.
There's just, I'm a big fan of what Topeka's doing overall, but construction, and it's a pain sometimes, but they're improving everything. And our campus is under construction all the time, just new things being built and things being improved. And
good save, Coach Watkins. Good save.
Yeah.
We're always improving.
Way to spin that.
Always improving.
Maybe let's close with this. What is one of your favorite things in Topeka off campus? Just maybe as someone who lives in the city, maybe as a family man, what's something you just love about living in the city of Topeka? And then what's one thing you would love to see come to Topeka at some point? Maybe
that's a good question.
A business, a service, whatever.
I mean, for me personally, it's golf. My son is kind of getting into golf, and so I'm taking him to the course, and but obviously the restaurants too. I mean, we do a lot of our recruiting dinners around all the different restaurants in Topeka. We go downtown with recruits a lot. So the downtown vibe and increased people going down there has really been good for us in the recruiting side. But, pools and all the Discovery Center, the zoo, my son and kids love that.
Yeah.
My daughter would go to the zoo every day if we let her. So.
Totally. My kids were there earlier today.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm growing up in Kansas City, obviously, all the kinds of food you want. But one of my favorite places is Longboards in Kansas City.
Okay. All right. I haven't heard of Longboards.
They have one coming to Lawrence, but if we can bring one a little bit further west to Topeka, let's
what's a Longboards?
So it's a kind of a Hawaiian raps, reggae music playing.
Okay.
It's just
is it like a Hawaiian Bros sort of?
Kind of, but it's all raps and bowls and I kind of call it the Hawaiian Chipotle, but they're giant panini wraps that are just.
That sounds awesome.
The Hawaiian Chipotle. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Is it like Hawaiian Bros? Kinda, not really. No.
Yeah. Better.
Cool. Well, where can people find you at? You said your first game's August.
Yep. First game is August 30th.
Okay. Are you on social media?
Yep. So we have our football social media is Ichabod FTBL. So Ichabod Football. My personal Twitter is Zach, ZACH _Watkins. Each coach has their own Twitter. We link them all back to Ichabod Football.
Yeah.
That's our big recruiting area. That's our big recruiting.
So that's where I should send my huddle tape?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Send it. We'll evaluate it. We'll get back to you pretty quick.
I got 4 years of eligibility.
Well, we need guys that have 4 years. So be ready for a call.
Yeah, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in the group Twitter DMs among your coaches. Like, what kind of memes and videos being sent there?
Yeah, we have a coaching staff Twitter or a coaching staff group chat. It's always active. It's guys liking, guys sending things.
Yeah.
Some important information, but some just non-important stuff being thrown around.
Yeah. Hey, that's just as important.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it.
Yeah, our staff's very active on social media, all the platforms. I think it's a way to connect with high school kids, recruits, coaches, parents, families.
Totally.
So all of our coaches have some version of that, and we're very active on there. And our football content was great this spring. Summer, we kind of took a break and scale back a little bit, but then fall, we'll ramp everything back up with mic'd up and practice clips and behind the scenes features and content. So I'd love to have you guys come out, check out a practice.
Dude, that'd be great. Yeah. Dude, mic'd up content is some of the best athletic content.
Yeah, so we did 3 or 4 different mic'd ups this spring.
That's awesome.
The athletic department, the football program, and it's football coaching is very unique when it's mic'd up because it's, the things you say,
the things you don't say.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's some of the best content for sure.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate your time. This has been awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Cool.
Appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
I love the show. Love what you guys are doing for Topeka, and I just appreciate you guys having me on.